Good morning, Grand Rising and all that other good stuff. Welcome to a new day, and welcome to a new show. Welcome to Burnt and Early, everyone. Burnt and Early. Round of applause, yay, and all that other good stuff. Once again, welcome to Burnt and Early, your new weekly marijuana cannabis news show, where we cover everything about the culture, from politics to new products to policies, legislation, and everything all around the culture, man. We're changing the stigma from weed heads to cannabis connoisseurs with this show. Let's go, man. So, first topic for the day, we're going to go a little bit of self-introduction. My name is Phace. I'm 1/3 of the group we call The Partners. We have The Partners Podcast. Come check us out on thepartners.com. Also, I'm the creator of Art Trade Clothing. Check me out, arttradeclothing.com. Now into the show. Once again, I'm Phace. I've been a cannabis connoisseur, I should say, for the past 20 some years, 20 some years hard. For the past, I say 10 to 15, I'm trying to really get into the flower, get into the culture, learn more, educate myself about what I'm putting into my body. It's one of the reasons why I decided to make this show. I live in Virginia, and with the new rules and legislations that's coming out in Virginia, more information is coming out to make everyone a little bit smarter about the flower, the products that come from it, the oils, and everything around the culture. Now, I want to get into the show a little bit, man. First thing I want to take care of and talk about is Delta 8 versus Delta 9 versus THCO. Now, as a connoisseur, I've sampled all the products for all three. Excuse me. Gotta stop for a smoke break, man. Now, Delta 8, in my comparison, it's like it has THC in it. It's come from the hemp plant. It has less than 0.03 or 0.3% THC in it. Don't get me confused. I know it's 0.03 or 0.3. It's one of the two. You can compare it to old school Reggie, or what people call nowadays dirt, regular weed. Really doesn't have no effect on constant consumers of cannabis, but newer consumers, I've heard of experiences of hallucinations, the paranoia, elatedness, the typical side effects that you would get with cannabis, you get with Delta 8 on newer smokers, but it's still that chemical presence in it because it's not natural. You derive it from the plant instead of the actual plant grown, picked in there. Personal opinion, I don't like Delta 8. That's just my personal opinion. Before we go to Delta 9, we're going to skip over Delta 9 and go to THCO. THCO is new on the market, very new, very potent too. By reports, it's 3 times stronger than marijuana itself, cannabis itself. What we call Delta 9 is supposed to be 3 times stronger. As a connoisseur of the product, I don't think it's 3 times stronger, but that may be because I'm a constant consumer of marijuana, Delta 9. From the reports I've read on THCO, it comes also from the hemp plant, but it's not an isomer as far as like Delta 8 is. Like I said, once again, it's supposed to be 3 times stronger than THC 9. I don't see that. If you look at the appearance of THCO to the comparison of Delta 9, the look and the comparison of it on the look looks kind of the same. Comes to the smell, we all know how that Delta 9 gives you that skunky smell, that good piney aroma sometimes. THCO, every time I've purchased a product, it gives me like a chemical smell. Just like most people did back in the day when it was illegal, I did sell a little marijuana, oh well. But back in the day, it was a chemical that you could purchase from a smoke shop, like a little spray. You could spray on your marijuana to give it a little scent. And with THCO, that's what that smells like. It smells like a spray's been sprayed on it to give it a certain scent of a higher potency. That draws me away from it. I don't like that chemical flavor, that chemical scent. So I stay to the purity of the natural plant. THC 9, Delta 9, my favorite. As you see right now, I always partake. Gotta pause for a smoke break again. I'm gonna be doing that constantly, man. Like, y'all should be smoking when y'all watching this show. If you're not smoking, eat an edible, something. But back in the conversation. Delta 9, That's my favorite, man. You see it everywhere. I'm a purist. I don't like hybrid. I like Indica, Sativa. If I had to choose, I'd choose Sativa on a normal basis because I'm more active. It's more of a elated head high, I should say. It gets you moving. You can still do what you need to do. Indica, I feel like I'm more drowsy. I'm sleepy. I'm more laid back. That's what I'll do. If I'm just in the house chilling, I'll give me some nice Indica, roll up, and just relax. Excuse me. Sativa is what I normally use on a day-to-day basis. If I have to go out, handle business, I need to be able to function, but still able to be elated and be relaxed. Excuse me. Now, moving on. When you compare the three products, Delta 8, Delta 9, and THCO, you're always looking for potency. You're always looking for a good flower. You can find each in the oil, gummies, and just the flower type. Me personally, I really don't do too many gummies right now. I don't like getting stuck in my back teeth. I stick in my wisdom teeth. Don't like that feeling. The oils, I really don't do the vapes and the oils. I'm stick to a traditional. I'm a flower guy. I do have a pipe, but I'd rather roll. It's just the whole therapeutic process of breaking the bud down, grinding it up, splitting the Dutch, splitting the game, or the backwood, and just get it up. And that whole therapeutic process is getting me set to sit back and smoke and relax. But that's just me. Moving on. Now, marijuana stocks, cannabis stocks. A lot of fluctuation in them. There's over 20 stocks in the market right now for cannabis. I believe it's going to be the next cash crop. Actually, the big next cash crop will be cannabis. In my perspective, I've said it for years and years and years now. Now it's becoming legal. Everyone's starting to see the benefits of the financial side outside of black market. We really are seeing how can I say it? A big economic boost on the West Coast for everyone who has it fully legal. The tax money they're getting back from it is ridiculous. As soon as other states get over their little whatever they want to call it and start seeing the bigger picture, get the tax revenue in, get this national debt down, cannabis is the thing to do it. We've seen in the past how cannabis has come into the medical industry, changed it. Now, once it becomes fully recreational, we'll see America change as far as debt. It'll be new jobs open, new industry open, new college courses open. You have a lot of professors and a lot of scientists coming into this field to try to help it grow and help it flourish. One thing I hope that does not happen with this rise in cannabis knowledge and cannabis culture, keep the big pharma out of it, man. It's always good to have good potency, high potency, but marijuana, but the chemical side and the introduction of more chemicals and deriving from the plant and all this, don't do too much of it, man. Stick to the medical side. If that's what you want to do to the medical side, I understand, because there's so much more medical things that can be done with the cannabis plant and stuff that can be derived from it. But just as a constant consumer, I don't want too much high potency marijuana. Like, leave my bud alone, okay? I don't want to get some bud and just be stuck. Who wants to be like that all day? Nobody. I know I don't. But as far as you, that may be what you want. But as far as me, constant consumer over 20 years, I like this to be mellow. I use marijuana. I have an anger condition. I have nervous conditions. So just like most other people, I suffer from mental health issues, and I'm not afraid to talk about that. But I self-medicate with marijuana and have been for a long time. I don't like doctors' medications. I feel like the human-made medications, man-made medications get you addicted. There is no overdose level with marijuana unless you smoke your absolute body weight in one hit. And that's not possible. So, man-made medicines I stay away from. God-made medicine I stick to. The more marijuana I smoke, I feel like I'm closer to my man upstairs and give me a better relation with the earth around me. I just feel like I want in peace. Now let's get back to these stocks, man. Excuse me, it is early. Stocks, once again, it's like over 20 stocks within in the cannabis culture. The ones I follow right now, we're gonna talk about this week, is Aurora Cannabis, Canopy Growth, and OGI. Now, since all three are coming to market. You got a lot of fluctuation in all three. A lot of fluctuation. If you're timid on getting into the market, especially with marijuana, I say start small. You want to start with your $1, $2, even $5 you want to, just to get into your market. But don't be scared when you see something drop down. You're always going to have fluctuation in the market, the stock market, especially with something new, and especially with something that's in the legislation as far as being passed, and constant rules are constantly changing. But stick with it, man. I've been in the market with marijuana for at least a good 1.5 to 2 years now. I'm invested in OGI and Aurora Cannabis. Not got too much in it, but I'm starting to invest more in it, putting my faith all in what I like. So they say never invest in something in the stock market unless you believe in it. And I believe in marijuana. I believe in the medical benefits. I believe in the recreational benefits. So why not go wholeheartedly into something I definitely believe in? So my advice, invest in OGI and Aurora Cannabis. Aurora Cannabis right now, I think it stands at $4 and some change a share. And OGI, last time I checked, I believe it stands at $1.46 a share. But that may be different right now. But invest, man. Check it out. If you got Robinhood, you can go to Robinhood. Just put in your search bar cannabis and see different cannabis stocks. If you're on other apps, still put in cannabis to see what comes up. Do your research before you just put your money in anything. Do your research. A lot of people like to get into the stock market, see what's real small, and just buy a lot of that. But that company may not be there for long, and you may just lose your money. Do your research before putting anything into the stock market, especially with new stuff and anything that's dealing with legislation. Marijuana will be the new cash crop. Just got to be patient, man. I can wait for my money to blow up and bubble. Can you? Now, moving on to the next thing with this news show. We're going to go Indica versus Sativa. Briefly covered it. But as far as the plant itself, you can tell the difference. It's a lot of novice smokers out here and a lot of black market smokers and black market sellers that don't know what the hell they selling. I've asked many people, what you got, man? And all you hear is, I got that loud. I got that loud. That loud ain't a strain of bud. That loud ain't a type of cannabis. That loud is just some lazy shit people say because they refuse to educate themselves about what they have in their possessions and what they put in their bodies, man. Please, don't do that. Please be smarter about what you're doing. I can't find my lighter right now, man. Give me a few seconds. Hold on. Thank you for that. Sorry about that, pause. But educate yourselves on the difference between Indica and Sativa. A lot of ignorant people be like, well, Sativa got seeds. No. All marijuana can have seeds. Marijuana that does not have any seeds is called sinsemilla, and that's a type of growing procedure where you do not let the female bud be pollinated or come close with the male bud. Now that we've got that out of the way, you can tell the difference in the flower itself by the structure and how it looks. Indica is a shorter, darker green flower and plant. Sativa, longer leaves, is a brighter green actual plant. When it comes to the crystals, myself, I see more crystals and just more of that appeal of what you want to see in bud when you're looking at Indica. But don't let your sight always fool you, because you can have something that looks great but it's trash. But then again, on the other side, you can have something that looks like trash but smokes great. So you gotta educate yourselves to know what you're looking at. As a cannabis connoisseur over the past years, I kind of know what to look like and look for when I'm purchasing. Right now, being leaf, the flower is still not fully legal in Virginia. We still got to go about other means of acquiring flower sometimes. But new in legislation, there may be a bill passed that for adults in Virginia, normally right now we need our medical card or need a medical card to obtain medical or medicinal marijuana. Hopefully by September 1st through the 15th, we may have that law changed, and adults may be able to acquire medical or medicinal marijuana without a medical card. That would be great. That would be great, and I believe it will help the industry in a lot of ways. Of course, convenience for connoisseurs as myself. I could just go to a dispensary now. I don't have to go through the process of trying to get a medical card and pay for that and go see a doctor, then go get something else, then go to the dispensary. I can just go right to the dispensary without a card, just with my regular ID, proving my age, and then get what I want. I feel that's better if it's more regulated that way. People believe when you put regulation into this industry, it's gonna dumb it down, it's gonna dwindle it down, the product is not gonna be good. No, with regulation comes sustainability. With regulations comes good products. With regulation comes availability. How many times have you wanted some bud and called your black market dude and he was like, nah, I ain't straight right now, nah, I ain't good? Who got time for that, man? No one has time for part-time dealers. So black market, be prepared, because eventually the black market will be wiped out. With this legalization thing, when it fully comes through, you're gonna have big places like Walmart selling marijuana eventually. And once Walmart gets it, black market ain't gonna really be nothing, because what the big chains and what the retail and what the medicinal can get, black market may be able to touch it, but not for long. The quantity they can get it won't touch it. Black market, sad to say, but the black market is gonna get pushed out with more legalization. I don't feel bad for that. It's illegal, but we all support it anyway, because we want what we want. And for so long, marijuana has been illegal to a certain point, and we've seen that be able to provide money for families in bad situations, and just money for people who just want to get their own hustle on and don't want to do it the regular way. Now, around the country, there's a lot of different things going on with marijuana. I know more about Virginia because I'm a Virginia resident, but as I educate myself on just the culture, I'm gonna try to bring different things from different states as far as new legislation as well. I know it's a big thing on the West Coast. It was just a dispensary not too long ago, had their cash seized by the police, so now it's a big federal thing going on. I don't know why the police would try to seize cash from an actual legal dispensary, but we'll see how that goes. But it's always something with this industry. Is a constant fight between federal and each state, because we know right now it's still illegal federally, but each state has their right to do what they want to do with the product and the flower. I believe all states should make it legal. Federally, it should be legal. It's the best thing for us. It comes from the earth. It's for me and you. Partake. You want to hit? I'll share. But man, this has been Burnt Early, man. Your weekly marijuana weed show. Excuse me. Your weekly cannabis show. Next week we'll be going more in depth with policy, legislation, and culture. Start sharing some personal stories with you. Next week I'm gonna give you the first time I partake of marijuana and my trip to a church step practice that same day. Please tune in for that show. Kind of funny. Hopefully I can start getting some tours or some dispensaries going if they'll let me record in there. I got a few vape stores and places that sell cannabis products that's going to start letting me record in there too. So I'm just going to take you on different tours and go to different places that I partake in. I don't know of any black market people that'll let me record, because once again, it's still illegal. But if I do come upon somebody that will let me record, and we can get a conversation about their perspective and how they feel about what's going to happen with them and the new transition, I could definitely get that in there. Anybody out there, any comments? Share, like, comment, share, like. I love comments, man. Give me more info. If it's something out there that you know that I don't know, each one teach one. Give me information. If it's something that you want to know that I maybe can research and bring to the show for you, let me know. I can definitely do that. I believe in this thing. We want to change the stigma once again. I'm not a weed head. I'm a cannabis connoisseur. Respect yourselves. Respect me too. This has been Phace from the Partners. Thank you for tuning in to Burnt and Early.